Hi everyone, it's J-Pop fan Tsukiko and welcome to part 2 of how to make your own Attack on Titan belt and harness. To start off, we're going to start with the gray back area. You're going to take your tank top and put it onto somebody else and then draw out how the back area should look like. I put it onto my sister who's a bit bigger than me, and so the tank top stretched, so that's why it was kind of small. If the same happens to you guys, that's alright. You guys can just draw out some new lines to make it look more normal. After that, cut it out. When you're done cutting, make sure to cut a little bit more by the top sides that hang over the shoulder because you don't know how long or how short you want it to be. I put it on and take a picture of it so you can see for yourself if you like the size or not. For the front side, I just folded it up until it's a nice length. After that, I cut it up. Like, this is how the final piece should look like. Take your gray fabric and turn it to the back side. You're going to take your tank top, put it onto the back side, and trace it out. After you're done tracing and cutting it out, put it onto yourself and take a picture. That way you can see if the size is just right and to see if you like it or not. I struggled with the middle part a lot, but then I came to a good conclusion. I made a 3x3 square with the extra thick paper that I had, and I measured it so that it's right in the middle. You're going to want to draw some long rectangles onto all four sides and onto the four corners. That is where the belts will go through. This is optional, but if you want both sides to be gray, you can just put it onto the fabric and just trace it out. Just as I told you guys in the teaser, there is no sewing, so having both sides be gray will be really hard. So I really recommend only one layer of the gray PVC fabric. After you're done, take the 3x3 square and put it onto the gray PVC fabric. Trace out the square, draw two straight lines on the side at a diagonal angle, and then just try to make this shape. The shape in the anime looks more square like the one on the left side, but I prefer a longer one because it's going to work better with me and my belts. So you guys can choose whichever one you guys want. After you're done cutting out the first one, trace it to another one and cut out the same exact thing. Find the middle by drawing a straight horizontal and vertical line. Since the hole puncher can't reach, you're going to have to use your scissors to cut a mini hole. You're going to take your kit and the button. You're going to put the button onto the kit, and then after that you're going to push your fabric through. So this is how it should look like. You're going to use this one for the other side of this button. You're going to turn it this way and then put it on. Put the cylinder tool right straight to the middle, and then you're going to hammer it down. I'm bad at explaining things, so there should be instruction that comes with the buttons and the kit, and if there's no instruction, then you guys can just Google or YouTube it. After you're done, do the same exact thing to the other one. There's going to be these two other buttons in there, but just ignore them for now. The belt holder by the side of the leg is going to have the gray PVC fabric under. So you're going to cut out a 3.5 by 5 square. You're going to make two straight lines at 1.5 and 3.5. You're going to draw diagonal lines from each corner to the other corner by the 1.5 inch. Do the same to the other box with the line at 3.5. As I said in part 1, I'm not a measuring person, so you're just going to have to follow me with this. You're going to measure the diagonal straight at 2, and at 0 and 4 you're going to draw a straight line. Do this to all four corners. Cut out the corners, and this is how it should look like. You're going to use this and trace two of the exact same thing. Cut it out. This should be how it looks like. Put the measuring tape by the corner to the other corner. Draw the long rectangle from 1 to 2 and 3 to 4. Do that to both sides. Cut it out with a razor. Do the same thing to the other one, and this is how it should look like in the end. You're going to make a square that is going to be about 1 inch. I made mine a bit bigger because this is where the belt is going to slide through. Put it into the middle and draw a line so it looks like this. After you're done, draw a rectangle around it and then cut it out with a razor. This is how it should look like in the end. Moving on to the back parts that holds the main belt, you're going to use your 3x3 square and draw a line at 1/2. Turn it the other way and then draw the line at 1. You're going to draw 2 diagonal lines starting from the corner down to the other 2 corners. Cut it out. You're going to draw a line at 2 centimeters from the side, and the same thing goes for the other side. This is how it should look like. You're going to get about a 2.5 piece of paper and then cut it down so that it's 2.5 by 1/2. You're going to cut 2 of these. You're going to use a template or something straight to line up with the 2 centimeters line that you drew. You're going to line it up at the 2 centimeter line at the other side until it touches the straight edge. You're going to use tape and tape it. You're going to do the same thing with the other side. It should look something like this. Put it on top of your belt to see if it fits. After that, you're going to trace it out. When you're done tracing, you're going to flip it to the other side and line up the corners. You're going to trace it and then cut it out. The middle pieces, you can use a razor to cut it out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Keep a lookout for part 3. We'll be continuing the gray parts in part 3.